What does he mean you are live? I didn't even play the intro. Is this like live? I think it is live. Hi there, true crime friends. Listen, wait, I meant to play the intro. I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice. Okay, hang on. Where is my intro music? Media assets. I'm an idiot, obviously. Uh okay, look. Instead of doing my regular intro, how about a fake commercial? Let's do this one. Criminal charges got you down? Is the FBI listening to your phone calls? Is the IRS on your back? We are here to help. We at Appropriate Offenses Prison Services, also known as OOPS, are here to help you do your time in prison with ease and comfort. We know you're worried. We know you're concerned. What is your family going to do? How are you going to pay for things in the absence of all that money that you've been working for all these years? Don't worry about it. We're just going to help ourselves to a little bit of your money, somewhere between $5,000 and $20,000, and we can tell you how to work your way through federal prison with no problems. What kind of services does OOPS offer, you wonder? Well, let me tell you. We can guide you through lice checks. What are the manners when you're on a prison board? What's a good dating site? There's so many things that you're going to need to overcome. For example, what kind of excuses can you give your family and friends? Oh, he's away on assignment for work for 16 to 24 months. See, it's just that easy. Tell your friends and family you went on safari. Really, any excuse will do. But also, we give you day-to-day real-life tips. What kinds of things can I cook in my prison cell? What's appropriate for a potluck there in the prison? What do I need to bring to check-in? Here's a hint. Absolutely nothing. Everything you need at federal prison will be provided. But listen, give us a call at 1-800-I-GOT-CAUGHT. That number again is 1-800-I-GOT-CAUGHT, and we will be here to help you. We'll see you soon at OOPS. OOPS is not authorized by any state agency. It's also not a real company. You'll have to figure out shower crying and dating tips in prison all by yourself. Good luck in prison. Utter ridiculousness of things that I make up while sitting in my attic. Hi, true crime friends. Hi. I've missed you guys so much. Listen, I totally like everything is not set up. When I first logged on, my microphone wasn't working, my camera wasn't working, and I was like, I have to reset my computer. And I forgot I was testing out something earlier this week, and I took down the regular intro and forgot to put it back. So I was like, wait, my regular intro was only 30 seconds. But if I use the Oops promo, which obviously is a fake service that I made up like a year and a half ago, that'll give me time to like get myself all ready and together. I missed you guys so much. How was your Christmas? How's your mom and them? What's happening? Did you have a good holiday? Wait, where's my lip balm? I did enjoy my break. Thank you so much. Although, hang on. Um, who is this person? Mm-mm. Miss Snotty, no, girl. No. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. Child, my delete hand is strong. Miss Snotty needs to go someplace. I'm not playing them kind of games. Um, hang on. I have a child who had surgery, and it was a big surgery, y'all. They were like, he's just gonna have this little thing done. And he went and had this little thing done, and then after surgery, they were like, okay, so look, um, you might not recognize him, and there's blood coming out of all of his face, but that's totally normal. And I was like, wait, what? What? But it's a week later. He had surgery a week ago, Friday, which was yesterday, and he's doing fantastic. He feels good. He's up and about. He's allowing me out of his sight. And so I'm like, yay. Um, he looks beautiful. It was a corrective surgery on his jaw. And this is the thing that's crazy. People kind of fell into three categories. Number one, they were just like, oh, okay, you have a child, is it's gonna do a medical thing, like, good luck, and we'll keep a good thought for you, or we'll say a prayer for you, or we'll light can't, like, whatever their thing is, right? And then there are people who are like, that's absolutely horrible. I know somebody who had that, and their head fell off and rolled down the street. Oh, the pain is absolutely horrific. Oh, as a parent, I don't know how you're gonna bear it. Good luck. And I was like, bitch, what? And then somebody told me about their child who died. And I was like, that's not helpful. It's in my situation as a mother who's about to no, 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 thank you. No, thank you. So we went through it. Me and that baby have been through the war together. And now we're on the other side of it. And he looks great. He's yes, died. You know what? You know what a mother doesn't want to hear when her child's going into surgery, that your child died. No, no, thank you. Or this one lady was just like, "Oh, I know somebody who had that. It was absolutely horrendous. It was the most horrendous thing ever." No, 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 not at all. Not at all. Um, so all is well. All is well in the gossip household. In fact, I said to my son, "Are you okay?" He was like, "Yeah." He's sick of me. That's what I want. So look, what have y'all been up to? What'd you get for Christmas? What'd you do for Christmas? Did did your family behave? Y'all. The store. Oh, you miss me. Thank you. I missed you guys too. It's weird to not like get up in the morning and make a video, but I was going to bed late most nights and sleeping in late. I slept in till like 8:30, 9 o'clock some days. But also at night, I was going to bed at like 9 or 10 o'clock. Up in the middle of the night, y'all. Up in the middle of the night. But there have been some true crime stories that I have kept track of. Hang on, let me see if I can find this one. Let me put it. Hang on, take that down. Minimize. Oh my goodness, I have so many different things open here. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There have been some stories that have just cropped up in my feed. Did y'all hear about this lady who I'm not sure if she unfortunately unalived them or if she just shot these people. But I was like, ma'am, what you're not supposed to do is shoot people. First of all, it's bad manners. Like, let's start there. It's very, very bad manners to be out here in these streets shooting people. Now, look, can I find anything on my computer? Let's see. Um, Oh yeah, I posted a couple of videos for members only, but not even that many for them. Normally I do 2 members videos a day. I was like, I'm barely keeping my head above water. Let's see. Where is the I'll have to find this story. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Now I won't be able to find it. Mm, I did knit some socks. Y'all know the way I love to knit a sock. I can't find the okay, what I'll do is I'll find this story about the lady who pew-pewed up 2 of her ex-husbands, and the police came and they were like, "Ma'am, we'd like to talk to you about your, ex-husband that got shot." And she was like, "Oh, which one?" "You're bad at crime. You're bad at crime. So bad at crime." So, maybe what I'll do now that I have free time is that, maybe I'll go live more than I normally would. I'm just gonna stick my pinky baby toe in tonight, but now I have all this free time. Okay, my house looks like a bomb went off. It is a shame before the Lord in here. I'm not gonna lie. There's all kind. Like I would hold up some of the random things that are sitting on my desk, but I'm not trying to embarrass myself. Oh, but look, wait, I got this piece of art came for me in the mail. It's so, so pretty. I had to put it on my set. Wait, did you watch the CNN show on Aaron Patterson? No, I heard that CNN had a mushroom murder, something or other coming out. Oh, I wish I had my phone. I lost my phone. Um, Murder in Monaco. Have you seen the I think that was on Netflix. Murder in Monaco. Look, that show was crazy. It's a true crime doc where they interview all these crazy people in Monaco, which I kind of loved. Monaco seems really pretty, although not that safe. Um, and then you're like, okay, okay, okay. I understand what's going on. I have my arms around it. And then there is a shocking twist at the end. I was like, they were like, we were all done filming this documentary, and then we found out this other thing. Oh, wait, the Gypsy Rose Blanchard Foyer drop. Nobody is safe with her on the street. Okay, wait, I need to make notes. Although I I am not comfortable. I mean, if the girl's name is Gypsy, it's Gypsy. But I'm like, isn't that a slur? That's like naming somebody, giving somebody the first name N-word. Like, we not supposed to, okay. Gypsy Rose. Although, considering how she was raised, I always thought she was like had a skosh of sociopathy in her. Just out here doing the most, ma'am. No, 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 no. Ooh, and I have a group, a live stream coming up with Dr. Patrice, Tanika of 2 Cents fame, and Paul reporting live from my sofa. We're all getting together on New Year's Eve in the day. New Year's Eve day, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't even know where to look with this new camera. We're all getting together on New Year's Eve day, and we're gonna have ourselves a little kiki. Now, wait. When people post long messages, I struggle to read them. Kathy, I saw a story today about a man in OK who got a Glock for Christmas, was doing target practice in his yard, shot and unalived a neighbor 2 blocks over on Christmas Day. Well, that is horrific. Yikes. Um, okay, yeah. This is and one of the things that I'm doing in the new year. Tiffany's here. Hi, Tiff. Saturday. Happy day after Boxing Day. What is the day after Boxing Day called? After Boxing Day? Is it Three Kings Day yet? I'm not good with all these holidays. Um, I want to do more deep dives in 2026. That's my goal, is to do more deep dives in 2026. But you know me. Deep dives are not where my gifts lie, right? So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to find, it's called December 27th. Okay. Oh, recycling day. It's called Saturday. It's called December 27th. Happy December 27th. Happy day after Boxing Day, everybody. I hope Santa was good to you, or whoever you celebrate. Um, I'm going to do deep dives in 2026, but I'm not going to like do the deep dive as much as have a fellow YouTuber come on my channel and educate me deeply about a case. So I'm working with a couple of, and like it could be a YouTuber of any size, any whatever, just somebody who likes true crime and is good and fun to talk to. And so what I'm going to do is I will get cases from you guys, get cases with my partner, whoever I'm going to partner with, and we're going to do like all the deep dive, all the background, all the everything. You know how like I had people come on here and teach me about cases. Jimmy came and taught me about Karen, whatever her name was, Karen Reed. Clearly it's stuck in my mind. He taught me about Karen Reed. I'm going to have other people come and we're just going to do a deep dive on certain people. I think first up is Corey Richins. I have chosen a special YouTube friend to come, and we are going to do a deep dive on Corey Richins together. Oh, yes, a live stream. I want to do more of those in the new year. So if there are other cases out there, and listen, it doesn't have to be another YouTuber that comes here and like teaches us all a lesson. It could be you, the general public. If there is a case that you know a whole lot about and you want to come and tell me about it, all the ins and outs of it, my email is gossiprumormail@gmail.com. Somebody has volunteered to be my phone a friend about cults. Now, if I could find my telephone, I would probably email the person back right now before I forget. Wait, I'll just make myself a note. Cults. This girl was this, I believe it was a woman. This person was in a cult and wants to do a phone a friend about cults. The way I love cults. Y'all, the way I love a cult. Now, could I be in a cult? No, because rules. And like, do I seem like the kind of person who's good at following rules? I'm not. I'm really, really not. Everybody's saying, Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. The chat is saying, Jimmy. What is Jimmy up to? I'm going to have to text her. Auntie Deb, are you out there? I'm just gonna put out a message. This is how I send messages to people. Auntie Deb, hey girl, hey, listen. What are you talking about these days? Are you talking about your girlfriend Donna Adelson? Are you still talking about that Karen Reed? Are you talking about somebody else or something else? Come, wait. What is Scientology? Oh, y'all know I know some Scientologists in real life, though, right? Who are still like practicing Scientologists. What if I did a phone a friend from a practicing Scientologist? Here's the thing. Scientologists don't think they're in a cult. They think they just go to church, which is fine. Um, although, wait, and I live in Clearwater, B-Dub 11. Can you go over? Wait, Clearwater. Is that where the blue building is? No, the blue building is in LA. The world headquarters of Scientology is in Clearwater. They own all of Clearwater, from what I understand. Oh, I've read the books. I have read the books. I know about it. I know about KSW. I know about Tom Cruise and David Miscavige, COB. And every time I meet a Scientologist, I ask them, where is Shelley Miscavige? Let me tell you something. Oh, yes. Clearwater, they call flag base. Right. Because you can go to flag and be interrogated. That's what happened to Leah Remini. Okay. Okay. Wait, Aaron from growing up in Scientology is scary to me. I saw about the whole thing with him and Jenna Miscavige when they broke up. No, no, nay, nay. I don't want no parts of that, Aaron. No, thank you. By the by, me and Aaron have some mutual friends, which is freaky. But like, yeah, nope, 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 nope. No, Aaron, no, Aaron. That Jenna, though, like maybe she might be living through her own issues. So yeah, no, Aaron. I don't even know Aaron's last name. Don't need to know. No, thank you. No, thank you. Um, there's some other Scientology people, but I'm telling you, wait, better contact the Aftermath Foundation. They help get people out. Oh, yeah. Leah Remini's book was amazing. It's called Troublemaker. I think it's called Troublemaker. As soon as yes, Aaron Smith Levin is the dude. Yeah, nah, he. I'm not messing with him. Leah Remini's book Troublemaker was phenomenal. I have listened to that audiobook probably 3 times. It's phenomenal and fascinating. And I love the fact that she was like, just raising hell, just raising hell on the strength of she liked to raise hell. And that is what she does. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. My Scientology friends that I like, no, like have had to my house for dinner or whatever, um, I would not want to be insulting to them. Now, this is what you need to understand. The Scientology building in New York City is across the street from Hamilton, the play. And so just trying to avoid Times Square, sometimes I would pass that street. Now, I don't know what number it is, but it's one of the numbered streets just by Times Square. And so this lady outside would be like, hello, hello, would you like to come in for a free personality test? And I would always say to her, where's Shelly? And she was, what? What? I'm like, Shelly Miscavige. Where's Shelly? COB's wife. And she was, oh, is today the day you're going to come in? Are you finally going to be brave enough to come in? And I said to her, do you need help? Look, I know she's standing right in front of the building. I was like, I know they're watching you inside the doors. Blink real hard twice if you need help. I can help get you out of this. And she was like, huh? Like she didn't know what I was talking about. And every time she would see me, she'd be like, you going to be brave enough today to go in? And would say, you going to tell me where Shelly is? We were at an impasse. Also, she had a bad wig. And I was like, if you want somebody to join your cult, right, and come in for like a free personality test, okay, fine. I'm not doing that. But when you have a better wig? Is Scientology taking so much of your money that you can't even get just like something nice from Amazon? Because that wig, I was like, girl, it looked like a raccoon just climbed on your head and died. It was a shame. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. So then the pandemic happened, and I have not seen her since. Um, I don't know what they did with that lady. Did she join the Sea Org? Did they send her to the RFP? I don't know. But every time I meet a Scientologist, I ask them where Shelley is. Nobody has been able to tell me. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Um, let's see what else is going on. So we're gonna cover cults in the new year. I'm gonna have that person on to do a deep dive on cults. What other topics should we cover? So we're gonna cover Corey Richins. We're gonna cover cults. I really ooh, Gavin Fish. Gavin Fish is huge though. Like, I'm always nervous of these big YouTubers because I'm like, I'm just an idiot on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like in my real life, I'm learned and I say smart things and I keep like a straight back and I wear a foundation garment and stuff. And I do work drag. I put on makeup. I put on real clothes. I go out into the world and behave like an adult and like a real human being. But when I'm here, I'm just like, yeah, Gavin is a little bit of a slow talker. I like Gavin on replay on 2X, but I, I can adjust. I have manners. You know who I really want to have on? My like dream guest, Tiff Ritter and the COE. Those are the two people that I really want to have on for just like true crime girls chat. Those are the women who are behind the scenes that are making things happen. That's who I want to talk to. Tiff Ritter, text me, girl. You have my number. I think she has my number. I'll email you my number in case. Wait, I have to make myself a note. Otherwise, I won't remember. Text Tiff Ritter. Also, I have to find my phone. I was out at a knitting circle earlier today, and it was so fabulous. And I showed everybody my circular sock machine from 1904. Oh, yes, I have an antique circular sock machine. Did I buy it accidentally on eBay while I was sleep shopping? Yes, yes. It was the best $750 I ever spent. Also, I was out and I made a sock and I hung out and talked to some people, and it was quite lovely. And I don't know what I did with my phone. It's probably still sitting in my car now that I think about it. But I thought it might be in my coat pocket. Y'all, I don't know. Wait, I was not paying attention to chat. Who is this? You should stream with Jolene Lunzer. I don't know who that is. JoLeenLunzer. Okay. Come with me while I go on to figure out who this person is. Jolene, Joleen, Lunzer. Here are the criteria for people. Okay. Here are the criteria for people that I want to have on my channel. Number one, they must be fun. They have to be fun. Um, Jolene Lunzer. I've person. Okay. Southern Charm is not charming. Brittany Cartwright, but she doesn't do true crime, does she? It looks like she does. EDB, girl, that is the dream. If you wait, if you think I haven't reached out to EDB, then you don't know me at all. Of course, I have reached out to EDB, and her response was, "Bitch, what?" No, that's not true. I got no response, which is what I expected. That's entirely appropriate. She is huge. Okay. Please stop barking. Please stop barking. Okay. Jolene, Gigi. I have never had Gigi on my channel. I adore Gigi. Okay, yes, we're adding Gigi to the list. More Prof Joe. Once I find my phone. Okay, so wait. Gigi. Brandy Churchwell is supposed to be coming on. She's actually traveling right now, and or is she back yet? I don't know. Brandy was traveling for Christmas, and when she's back, she and I are going to get together and talk about her podcast. She just covered the trial of Travis Rudolph, Florida versus Travis Rudolph. The way, way that story made me cry. When Travis Rudolph, when the verdict came down, y'all. Oh, Nurse Kim. I've reached out to Nurse Kim. Lawyer Lee, that's a good one. Gizela, I've reached out to her and she's busy. These are some of y'all are naming some big people. And I'm like, oh, okay, wait, let's see. But I should aim higher in the new year. Okay, Nurse Kim, that is a good one. Nurse Kim. Okay, who else? Matt Murphy is kind of wild. I don't know who Matt Murphy is. Oh, Broken Baker. That's a good catch. Is it Runkle? Right, don't watch Runkle's channel. I'm confused by Ian Runkle. Um, I know who he is, but I'm like, I don't think I understand him. Gisela doesn't like interviewing too much. Well, I would interview her. She would not have to interview me. Um, Tiffany Ritter, Josh Ritter, so fun. Yes, 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 yes. Um, or some of y'all, some of the curtain twitchers could just come on and we could have a little kiki together and see what's going on. I'm just saying, who has it? Oh, Natalie Lawyer chick. Yes. Okay. We are forming our dream list. Natalie Lawyer chick. Oh, and Pammy Pam. I don't, what is Pam's channel name? The Law Intellects. Do y'all know Pam? Attorney Melanie Little. She's actually been on here before, Melanie. Um, do y'all know the Law Intellects? Pammy Pam? I don't know what cases she's working at. Is that thing following me? Oh. My new camera follows me. I had no idea. Okay. Okay. I bought myself some new equipment for Christmas. I mean, it came before Christmas, but I didn't know it did that. Okay, okay. Look, no, wrong side. You see this piece of art? I have to look and see who gave it to me. It's really so cool. I feel like you don't even get like the full beauty of it, but it's my favorite colors, first of all, are like that neon kind of green color. I love it so much. Okay. Misdemeanor. That's a channel? Okay, wait. Miss M-E-A-N-E-R. You assume falsely that I know how to spell misdemeanor. There's a couple of misdemeanors. Okay. Okay. This is like a true crime person. I've seen this lady. Didn't she go by a different name? I recognize it. You know what's funny? I recognize her hair. Her hair is familiar to me. Okay. She's definitely a true crime lady. I think, did misdemeanor have a different name? I don't, hmm. You know me as the woman mistaken for Auntie Deb Jimmy drag. Wait, you know me as the woman mistaken for Auntie Deb Jimmy in drag at a Donna Adelson trial. That's hilarious. Um, Law trials and more. Oh my, providing commentary on current popular legal matters. I am not a lawyer, so don't take my advice. I just have a lot of opinions. Ooh, same girl, same. Okay. Maybe I recognize her hair from the Adelson trial. Hi, Tanika of 2 Cents fame. Can y'all hear my dog barking? She's very, very annoyed. It is not 6 o'clock yet. The ladies from Sinisterhood. Tanika, who else should I have? Okay, first of all, let us all just pause for the wonderfulness that is Tanika of Tanika's 2 Cents. Like and subscribe and hype her channel. Um, oh, recovery addict. Actually, RA said he would come to my channel, and then I forgot to follow up because I got busy. RA. Um, that's yeah, I gotta follow up. See, this is why I take notes and then promptly lose them. We can't hear the dog. Well, great. Then I will absolutely ignore her because my dogs used to eat at 7 o'clock every night, and then the time changed. And so at 6 o'clock, they would start barking. And I was like, no, the time has changed. And so I explained it to them. They did not care. So now we've compromised and I feed them at 6:30, but it's 5:44 and they need to calm down. Not they, that one with the big mouth that keeps barking needs to calm down because no, no, I will not be bullied by 12 pounds of fury. I won't have it. I kind of will have it. You know what I mean? They kind of push me around a little bit. Um, okay. Yes, you finally caught alive. Sinisterhood does true crime and other things like crypt. Sinisterhood does true crime. I feel like I've seen their podcast and other things like cryptids. Sea are cryptids. I don't know what that is. Okay, great. I don't know what that is. 12 pounds. She is 12 pounds of fury. Think Bigfoot. No, 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 no. Many thanks to the cryptids equals Bigfoot. How do y'all know this? I thought they were just Sasquatch. Sasquatches? Sasquatch? What is the Ziggy? What is the plural of Sasquatch?
The plural of Sasquatch is actually a bit tricky. Some say it's Sasquatch, same as singular, while others use Sasquatches. It's a
Oh,
bit like asking how many cryptids are in the forest. There's no clear answer. Would you like to learn more about Sasquatch and other cryptids?
no. Thank you, though. Cryptids.
Sounds good. I hope you find all the cryptids you're looking for out there.
Cryptids. Loch Ness Monster. Wait, wait, wait. Cryptids equal Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Yeti, Chupacabra. You into some weird shit. Mm-mm. Sasquatch or Sasquatches. Yeah. I had a conversation with Ricky, my barber. I got my haircut today. Um, and he had this theory that there was only one Bigfoot because I said something about like a family of Bigfoot and do you call them big feet? And he was like, no, because there's only one Bigfoot. Like there's only one Santa Claus. And I was like, what in the crazy nonsense? So this one Bigfoot is like immortal and just has been roaming around for a long time. I don't understand. Um, okay. Hey, Prof. Joe. Prof. Joe, when I find my phone, I'm going to text you because I'm ready for us to go for lunch. My kid is feeling better. Okay. I know Seinfeld's joke. If Martians landed and saw humans and dogs, especially humans following with pooper scoopers, they conclude the dogs were the masters. They'd be right. They would be right. The dogs are the masters. Nobody is picking up my okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, the dogs are the masters. And we are basically their servants. She's my canine overlord. There's no two ways about it. Her and her dog sister. Okay. Yes, I can't wait for lunch either. We have to find a place. Do you know a good place? Okay, maybe we could probably discuss this offline. The Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil is a cryptid. Apparently, just Googled that. I thought the Jersey Devil was Chris Christie. Okay, maybe I'm confused. Mothman. There's a Mothman. Okay, okay. Wow. Okay. What other? This dog is barking so much. I know you can't hear it, but it is very, very annoying to me. Goat man is too. Okay, y'all are just making these up. There is no such thing as goat man. Goat man? That don't seem like a real thing to me. Listen, I want you to know that over the last week, my true crime sisterin have saved me from being in jail. I'm gonna tell you what happened. And I was telling them, I was telling Tanika, and I was telling Renee, you know, Mrs. Parks, who's always in the house, that if there's one woman on this jury, nobody would convict me. What happened was I spent 2 nights in the hospital with my child. And my husband kept calling me. You could only have like one parent up there, whatever, whatever. And I was like, I will do it. If my baby is sick, he's going to want his mommy. Right. Fine. So I'm up there. Plus, we all thought it was only going to be 1 night in the hospital. It turned into 2. It's like a whole thing. Right. Plus, we had this whole routine down because it's a lot of medication and a lot of like sign language because he couldn't speak at first, blah, blah. Anyway, so my husband keeps calling me, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? I said, what do you need? And he said, nothing. I just want to know when you coming home. Okay. 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 I get home and he says, I'm sick. Okay. My first question, what have you done to help yourself? Right. Have you taken any Tylenol? We got Robitussin in there. He's like, no, I'm sick. So I get my child who just had surgery into the recliner because he got to sleep sitting up, and I get him all his medication, everything. And my husband was like, I need soup and I need a vaporizer. And you know, your son just got out of hospital, right? I'm all straight out of box. Straight out. Straight out. Go take some Tylenol and heal thyself. I don't want to know nothing about it because you see me taking care of the sick child. And he was like, now my husband been a vegetarian for 25 years, but I was in the hospital for 2 nights with my child and I've had 4 hours of sleep in 2 days. So I was like delirious, just happy to be in my house, right? He said, do we have any soup? I said, there's some chicken noodle in there. And he was like, well, I didn't know what his problem was. Who doesn't like chicken noodle soup when they sick? Totally forgetting that he's a vegetarian. See, also, I had only had like 4 hours of sleep in 2 nights. So the first night, my Oura Ring registered 48 minutes of sleep. If you're counting sleep in minutes, you in a bad way, right? So, Tanika, please introduce him to Uber Eats. How about he sometimes works for Uber Eats so he knows it exists, right? So I said, I'm going to the CVS to pick up the medicine and blah, blah. He was like, can you get me a vaporizer while you're there? No, he said, "Do we have a humidifier?" I said, "Yes, we have a humidifier. I'm about to give it to our child who can't breathe because on the strength of the surgery and everything." He was like, "But what about me?" In my head, I was thinking, F you and your stuffy nose. But what I said was, I will see what they have at the CVS because, manners, I keep my pinkies out because I was raised right, right? So I go to CVS, I pick up an extra humidifier, and I pick up 2 cans of vegetable soup because I'm a dutiful wife, right? So I come home and I leave the vegetable soup on the counter and I get my child who's sick all together and straightened up. And then he asked me some question and I don't know what the question was and what the relevance of it was, but I decided that the Lord had told me I had to kill him because I was at the end of my rope. This man had not had my attention in 2 days and clearly he was not going to survive it. And so the only thing I could do was brain him with a can of soup. Because I think the Lord told me that. And I was just like, "Dear Black Jesus, keep me sane and keep me safe." On the strength of I cannot sleep on them thin mattresses and those terrible outfits, and the fabric is probably not soft. They probably won't let me alter it. There's probably not a lot of sewing machines in Bergen County Jail. I don't know. And I was just like, so I left the soup there and I went and I did what I had to do. And that included getting some sleep. And then I went out and did something, or I went out to get something out of the car. I was out of the house and I came back in the house. And it smelled like soup because I got the menopause nose. I could smell everything like real, real, real good. And so I was like, oh, he made himself some soup. And he said, "I made myself soup." I said, "Oh, good, 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 good." And I was like, "Oh, and there's still another can in there. Good for you." He was like, "Mm-hmm." I said, "Did you take some Tylenol, some Robitussin and stuff too?" And he was like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "Good." And I was like, "Because we have an honest marriage, I have to tell you, I had decided to murder you with this can of soup." And he was like, "Ah, you're hilarious. Were you fake mad at me?" Because, sometimes I get fake mad at him. But I was like, no, no, no. I was legit, real homicidally mad, but I was texting, I let my thumbs do the talking. "Dear true crime friends, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker." I almost called him out his name. And they were like, "Girl, Kathy, girl, back away." I was like, if there is one woman on this jury, I will never be convicted. There's no way. There's no way. And Tanika was like, "The low threat count, girl, you can't do it." And I was just like, okay, okay. So I let him live, right? So I'm at the barber today and I'm telling Ricky, my barber, this story. And he says to me, now, Ricky is young, he's 30. So I periodically and from time to time give him life advice. And that has helped him in his relationship, in his life, in his business, whatever. And he said, "Kathy, I think you were wrong on this one." "What? What? He said, "Yeah. Your husband was doing the best he can." He was like, "This is what you need to understand. When you have a sick child and a sick husband, you have to take care of both of them." And I did suggest strongly to Ricky that he could kiss the entirety of my black ass. But then I thought this man does have like scissors and he's cutting, not scissors, clippers and stuff, and he's cutting my hair. So maybe I should watch my slick mouth just a little bit. And he was just like, "No, no, 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 no. When a husband is sick, he's doing the best he can." He said, "Look, when I get sick, I I said, I always ask because I live with a house full of men. I always ask them, what have you done to help yourself? That's what I want to know. If you've done everything you could do to help yourself, then I will step in and help troubleshoot. But what have you done to help yourself?" And Ricky says to me, "Your husband did everything he could." He said, "When I get sick, I curl up in the fetal position and I'm sad and I don't take any medication because I need you to come and show me love and your love will help me heal." What kind of nonsense is this? Is this man logic? No. No. I said, "Ricky, this is an excellent way for you to get brained with a can of soup." And he was laughing, but then I was like, I didn't want him to laugh too much because he was using a straight razor to do the edges. And then he said, "This is what you need to understand, Kathy. This is like clearly your husband's love language is acts of service." And I was like, this is ridiculous. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard. And then he opened his mouth and said this thing to me, which almost had me, unfortunately, unalive. The very nice barber that I like very much, who does a beautiful job on my hair, he said, here's the thing. You have your husband and he said, you have the love of your life and you have your child. You could always have more children. You only get one love of your life. What? I say, Ricky, you are young. You have had many, many loves of my life. I'm not having no more babies. The factory is closed down. My youngest child is 18. Sir, exactly. Sarah. Sarah. What in the entire eth- Ricky had me using all my best cuss words today. I tried to be a nice lady. You see me with my pinkies out. I was just like, mm-mm. Ricky, nah, nah. I was like, look, if something happens to my husband, I would be devastated. It would break my heart. I don't know how I would go on, but you know what I would do? Continue to go on with my lovely, lovely children. Fuck out of here. He was like, no, a man is doing his best when he's curled up in the fetal position. He's like, what you should have done is gone and given him a big hug and got him some Tylenol and stuff. Ricky, don't get sick at my house. Don't get sick at my house. Nah, I can't help you, my man. I can't help. Wait. Do you need a new barber? Possibly. Possibly. I might need a new barber. I might. I might. Ricky had his damn mind. Ricky is young now, right? He was just R.I.P. Ricky. It's crazy. He was like, Kat, you have given me good advice over the years. I think you need to take my advice on this one. Ricky need actual Jesus, not any of our lesser deities. Tina Turner could not help him out. No, the Tina, all the Golden Girls, all the saints and angels, even Esther Roll could not have helped Ricky. Ricky needs actual Jesus, the Sacred Heart of our Lord. Yeah, no. He's 100 kinds of wrong, but that's okay. There's room for him to be wrong. He has this fiance, and um I trust and believe that Ricky's fiance gonna set him straight. Now I have laid the groundwork for when she begins to brain him with a can of soup, he understands exactly what's happening and why them noodles are draped all on his head and stuff. Yeah. AJ for the win. AJ for the win. Actual Jesus for the win. Right after his birthday, too. I just, Ricky needs, wait, hang on. I'm trying to click this comment. Ricky needs more sage advice from Kathy before he gets married. Right? Damn. Esterol. Yes, exactly. So we're going to light a candle. Um, Yes, Ricky is unmarried and giving married folk advice. Ricky is a child. Ricky is a child. He's a child. It's fine. When children tell me things, I just take it as kid logic. Listen, it's a whole lot of things I knew before I grew up. I knew everything there was to know about parenthood, and then I had some kids. You know what I'm saying? Ricky need to stay in his lane. He's good at cutting hair. See, look at that nice fade. Ricky does a beautiful fade. We not taking life advice from Ricky. Also, he told me that there was no such thing as a coal miner, which Ricky's from Bergen County, like I am, and he was like, coal miners don't exist. You made that up. And I was like, I'm telling you, I know an actual coal miner. His name is JD. He's from West Virginia. And he was just like, so while I was sitting in his chair, I called on the phone and got Creepalacha JD on the phone. It was like, that's crazy. You know, an actual coal miner. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of things. Wait, they exist in Virginia. Yeah, they do. West Virginia. Now, until we had that case with Natalie Corcoran, I didn't think coal miners still exist. I thought they all died from black lung or they were just like in the cartoons. But um JD was a surface coal miner. He just like I don't think he went down in the what is that noise? Somebody's phone is over here doing something tricky. Anyway, um, yeah, it's a good thing Ricky knows a trade. He's a real good barber. We're gonna let him stay in the barbering lane. He's yes, strip mining. Y'all, speaking of strip mining, kind of, but not exactly. Um, my mother-in-law on Christmas, they were talking about something, and she said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be working the polls." I'm sorry, what? 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 And she said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and some of the other ladies down at the church, we're gonna be working the polls." Um, my mother-in-law's in her 70s, late 70s. Her and her friends were talking about how they're gonna be working the polls. I was very nervous. Now, my mother-in-law lives in the South Bronx. What you need to understand about the Bronx is there are, at least there used to be, I don't know if there still are, many, many, many strip clubs in the Bronx. And in the Bronx, they have what I affectionately refer to as booty butt naked clubs. You know what I mean? Some places you go and the ladies strip down to like a bikini or like a small underwear. In the Bronx, they get totally naked. My understanding of the way this law works is that you can either serve alcohol or have ladies who take everything off except for their birthday suit and possibly some shoes. So the Booty Butt Naked Club is BYOB, where you have to bring your own alcohol. Um, but the ladies who strip down to just like a bikini type situation, they can serve alcohol there. So my 70 something year old mother-in-law and her girlfriends from down at the church working the polls were referring to the elections. But they down to the soup kitchen volunteering, on Super Soup Wednesday or whatever, just talking about how they was going to work the polls. Um, I think they should probably clarify. Otherwise, the homeless might be down there lining up to vote just because they want to see. Like, we don't know what these old ladies gonna be doing in here, but we gonna go check it out. It sounded bad to me. It sounded real, real bad, but I guess they got their act right fully installed. Wait, New Jersey is weird with their alcohol rules. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of BYOBs in New Jersey where like the place doesn't have a liquor license, but you could bring your own alcohol in from outside. But here's the thing, they'll charge you a corkage fee. So that is, yes, look, I brought my bottle of wine, in this case, Aqua Fresca from Taco Bell. But you bring in your bottle of wine and they will take the cork out of it and pour it into a glass for you and charge you a fee for doing so. What? I don't mm-mm, I don't drink. So it don't mean nothing to me. But I have like hosted friends at a birthday party. Yeah, $15 corking fee. For the bottle that I paid for and brought in here, I could have just opened it in my car. Look, I will bring some plastic stem or be like, nah, nah, you keep your glasses. I'm good. I don't need your corkage fee. I don't need nothing. Mm-mm. And what about, this is an excellent question, Science and Sass. What if you bring a screw top bottle? Still corkage, still corkage. I don't consume alcohol and have not in almost 30 years. So I don't, maybe it's worth it. There's some very, very, very good restaurants in New Jersey. Yes. Wait, where'd it go? Restaurants in Mexico do that too. I go to a lot of Mexican restaurants, which is why I know about the corkage fee. Because if we bring in like the kind of beer that my husband likes or whatever, even for boxed wine, unclear. I believe for the privilege of them serving you your own alcohol that you just brought, yeah, I think they charge you a corkage fee. But I don't know. Some of our New Jersey folks could probably let us know. I believe that you should just keep a flask, get yourself a nice brown bag, put your liquor in a brown bag and sip it. Although that's probably not what you want to do at the finer establishments here in the great Garden State. So listen, drink at home or in your car, get nice, and then go sit and enjoy your meal. Like, what in the world? Yeah, but you could walk in the store and buy weed all day long with no card, no nothing. We have, what do they call them? Dispensaries all over the place. I don't partake in that either, but like, I don't know. I grew up in Indiana where you could not buy alcohol on Sundays unless you bought food. So we would go to restaurants and sit and get a bucket of boiled eggs. Why restaurants sold buckets of boiled eggs, I do not know. But you would get, it was like a small metal bucket with like a napkin in it and a dozen boiled eggs. And we would sit there and eat boiled eggs and drink beer. We smelled delightful when we left that place. You could either get a bucket of boiled eggs or toast because they were the cheapest things on the menu. A bucket of boiled eggs was like $2, and then you could drink as much as you wanted. But yeah, it was apparently a sin, illegal. I don't know. The blue law said that you could not buy alcohol on Sundays unless you were buying food. And so we had boiled eggs and beer. Mhm. Indiana, which is why I'm from there. Far from there. It's a lot of weirdness happening over there. Wait, blue laws are so weird. In Texas, you couldn't buy toothpaste on a Sunday. What? You couldn't buy toothpaste on I mean, honestly, in Bergen County, you can't buy clothes on a Sunday. So like you could buy food and you could buy like certain items. Like if you go to Walmart, Target is all the way closed. But because Walmart also has groceries, Walmart is open, but sections are just like roped off with almost like police tape. But you could duck under and go in and pick up the makeup or the pots and pans or the whatever it is you want in the you can't buy it on Sunday section. And if you go to the self checkout, it doesn't stop you from paying for it. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, a lot of stores that sell like hardware stores, Target, things like that, and you can't return anything on Sunday in Bergen County. If you bought a dress, you're like, yeah, you're not selling it to me. I'm returning it. Can't return on Sundays. Crazy. I don't know why it doesn't make sense. Okay. But also we also don't have to pump our gas like at all ever. I feel like a commoner when I go to other states and I have to pump my gas. First of all, not every state has directions on the pump. I need directions on the pump if I am pumping gas because I do it so rarely, maybe once or twice a year that I don't remember how to do it. Also, how do you keep your hands from getting smelly? I don't like to. I'm not made for pumping gas. So when I leave my state, I fill up, and then when I come back home, I fill up. I'm not about that pumping gas life. And if you go to the car rental, you just prepay and they take care of all that for you. Okay. Wait. Yay. I finally got a live with Kathy and the rest of us gossips. I'm not talking about nothing. I have not been on here. Like, I haven't done a public video in over a week, and I just miss talking to my people. I need to, first of all, clean my house because it is a crime. It's a crime scene in here. It is crazy the amount of crap just everywhere from Christmas and whatever else. Um, I need to get this house all the way together and then I will relax. Maybe I'll do another I'll do a clean house live tomorrow and it'll actually have a topic. I will talk about something. Right now, I'm just sitting here running my mouth talking about absolutely nothing. I just wanted to check in and see how y'all were doing. Um, Oh, my father's alibi, Allison. 5 gifted memberships to Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are following your father's case, Allison Galvani. We are keeping an eye out to see. And when that case gets closer to trial, we will breathlessly follow every single minute of it. Additionally, what else was I going to say? Wait, I can sit, I sit in the car while the gas pumps itself. Girl, where you live? I mean, the nice man, actually, there's one gas station near here that has a lady that pumps gas, but mostly it's like young men. The gas station is where you check your email and your text messages and stuff. Look at your bank account, balance your checkbook, whatever you need to do. But the gas station is where I check my emails. Okay, so look, I have missed you guys so much. I did notice that a lot of people were watching old videos because there's a lot of new comments on very old videos, and so I'm grateful that you've been digging through the archives. Excuse me, while I was busy doing other things and taking care of my family and making sure everybody is healthy and safe and well. And for those who missed the beginning of the video, my son who had surgery is in Oregon. Oh, wow. Um, for those who missed the beginning of the video, my son who had surgery is doing very, very well. We are so pleased. He goes back to the surgeon on Monday for a follow-up, and then we go from there and see what's what. In the meantime, I am back to having my finger on the pulse of all things true crime, all things gossip, all the nonsense that's happening out here in these true crime streets. There was snow today. We got like 4 inches up in Bergen County. And I was keeping an eye out to see if I saw that little knot Spike. I was like, where is he? Is he gonna be out here walking himself down the street? I usually don't see him in the winter. I know spring has come if I see that little Not Spike roaming himself down the street. Not Spike is my neighbor's dog, whose name is not Spike. His name is Buddy or Teddy or something like that. But I named him Spike because he's 3 pounds of fury. He's a 19-year-old 3-pound teacup Yorkie, who has evaded capture of the police and me trying to adopt him for 2.5 years now. But I said, I want to call him Spike. And my husband said, his name is not Spike. I said, fine, I will call him not Spike. We will know that spring has sprung when not Spike emerges from the house and I see him walking himself down the street and his little abuela is running behind him cussing in Spanish. So we will continue to look for signs of spring, even though it's still December. But all this snow has got to melt at some point. So listen, it was so lovely to see everybody, to see your bright and shiny faces. The way I have missed you, you have no idea, none at all. But soon enough, we will be back together again with an actual video that's about something, not me just running my mouth. I missed you. And wait. Let me make sure. Oh, happy holidays to everyone. From Lauren Gukachaka. Y'all know I'm bad at reading these names. I don't know. Lauren says happy holidays. 1-month membership from Sharon TH Max. Happy New Year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, Allison, my father's alibi, gifted 5 Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo memberships. Members, I will be back to making nightly members content. I've been going to bed a little bit later, so they may get posted a little bit later, but I am back. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I will see you soon. Likely tomorrow. First, I got to shovel out this house because y'all, the Christmas trash is so real. Listen, be safe, and I'll see you later. Bye. You know I can never figure out how to turn this fucking thing off. Wait, is this the button?
Dear true crime friends, we clutch our pearls and laugh again. We all gather around, Kathy has a story to tell, our favorite comedian. Heifer, please, I don't have the free time unless you got the scoop again. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. puppets that like people to kick the bucket from Idaho, Iowa, and everywhere in between. Half a please, boncation in the first degree. Half a please, come solve the case with me. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. I will live for today until the endless heaven buffet takes me away. Yeah.
Come here, not Spike. Come here, bye, not Spike.